Have you ever found yourself in a place so remote, so far from anything familiar, that you start to wonder, what if something goes wrong? I know I have. And I don't just mean a missed flight or a lost luggage. I'm talking about the kind of what if that hits you deep in the chest, like what if you get seriously sick or injured and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere with no one to help. That feeling, it's unsettling. It happened to me once. I was in a remote corner of Southeast Asia, a little village up in the mountains. The air was thick with humidity, and the roads, if you could even call them roads, were barely more than narrow dirt tracks. I was there for a hiking trip, something off the beaten path, you know? The kind of adventure you only hear about in those stories where everything goes right and you come back with a handful of amazing memories and beautiful photos. But that wasn't my story. I woke up one morning feeling off. Like really off. Dizzy, weak, and strangely unable to keep food down. It was just one of those things where you keep telling yourself, it's probably nothing. So I pushed through it. But by the end of the day, I couldn't even stand up straight. I was shaky, pale, and barely able to walk. And here's the kicker. I was alone. There was no nearby hospital, no clinic. There was no way I could even get to one, not with the terrain and the distance. I felt trapped. Like, what do I do now? That's when it hit me I've been here without a safety net. I had read about medical evacuations in travel insurance brochures before, but I didn't think I'd ever actually need it. I thought, oh, that's for extreme cases. That's for people who go on those crazy expeditions, right? But in that moment, as my body felt weaker and weaker, I realized, this is exactly why people have travel insurance. Now, I'm not a worrier. I'm not the type to get overly paranoid before a trip, but that day changed everything for me. I knew I needed to take action and fast. The real shocker? I did get help. It wasn't easy, but a team was able to arrange a medical evacuation. I was lucky. But you know what? That moment made me realize just how much I've taken my health for granted. I've always been the kind of person who feels invincible, especially on trips. I mean, I'm young, I'm healthy, I've never needed a ton of medical attention in my life. But in the middle of nowhere, with my health declining fast and the clock ticking, I learned how fragile everything really is. The truth is, I didn't want to end up as one of those horror stories you hear about. Someone getting stuck in a foreign country, unable to get help in time. And that's when I started doing my research. I looked into travel insurance, and specifically, the kind that covers medical evacuation. I found out that it's actually more affordable than I thought, and honestly, it's a small price to pay for peace of mind. If you're planning a trip to remote places where even a simple injury could turn into a nightmare, I highly recommend looking into it. Travel insurance for medical evacuation isn't just something for the ultra-adventurous or extreme travelers. It's something for everyone, especially when the unexpected can happen anywhere. I found auras.insure while I was researching, and I've honestly been so grateful I did. It's one of those things I wish I'd known about earlier. It's not like those typical insurance companies where you're bombarded with options that just feel overwhelming. Auras keeps it simple, and they genuinely make you feel like they've got your back, like you're not just another number on their list. Look, I'm not here to sell you anything. But if you're the kind of traveler who loves to explore places off the beaten path, I can't recommend it enough. It's become my safety net, my travel hack. Because when I'm in a remote place, whether it's a hiking trip, a quiet beach village, or anywhere in between, I know I'm not alone. And trust me, after that experience, I'll never travel without it again. It's the kind of peace of mind that can make all the difference when things go wrong. If you want to learn more, I'll drop a link to Auras in the description. Take care of yourself out there and make sure that, no matter how far off the grid you go, you've got the coverage that keeps you safe.